Hey cozy friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stevie Murray and welcome to my cozy little corner of the internet. If you watched last week's video, you might already have an idea of what we're going to be talking about today. And if you want a little bit of a recap, I would pause this and go watch that one, which I'll have a link here for you guys. And come back here once you're done, of course. So in today's video, we're going to be talking all about some cozy summer hobbies, and not just hobbies in general, because I feel like that can be a little repetitive with everyone talking about what hobbies you should be doing, but specific hobby-focused projects, because also I sometimes don't know what to make, but I want to make something really fun and cool. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. And I have a ton of different, chapters that we're going to go through. So you can check down in the description box below. And if you don't want to watch a certain chapter, you can skip through them and choose which ones you want to watch. So before we get started, if you're new here, it would be so amazing if you guys subscribed, or if you're a returning user and you are subscribed, thank you so much. And if you also enjoy the video, make sure to give it a like, and I'll have a little journal prompt in the description below for the comments if you want to have a little chat about it after. Without further ado, let's get into the video. I have my handy dandy iPad as usual, and so of course we have our different sections, and today's first section is going to be sewing, which is, one of my favorites. And sewing is perfect for the summer because you can make things that you actually will wear or use throughout the whole summer. And it's perfect for beginners because the fabrics are a lot lighter and more delicate, and it's just easier to sew with them compared to things like heavy wools and flannels and denims that you would sew with in the fall or winter. So I highly recommend, if you're a beginner, that spring and summer are the perfect times to start learning how to sew. So I have some super cute projects that I want to make and that I think you guys would also enjoy, and I listed them actually in terms of easiest to hardest in my opinion, as someone who has sewn for a very long time. So the first one I have is these super cute patchwork t-shirts, and it's just hand sewing, and you can also totally sew these with your sewing machine with a little zigzag stitch. But they're so cute. You can do all different kinds of fruits. You can make a little fruit basket. I just love how adorable they are. And I feel like you can do so many different things. You don't just have to do fruit. You could do little fish or little flowers or something. And it's just a super cute little t-shirt that you can wear in the summer, and you can tell people that you made it. So my second one that is a little more advanced than that is actually a simple linen midi or maxi skirt. And it's really only a few measurements that you need. You need your waist measurement. You multiply it by 1.5 or 2, and then from your waist to where you want it to hit. And of course you need to add 1/2 inch for like seam allowance and figure out how big you want your waistband to be. But that is the general measurements to make this. If you guys want me to make a video, let me know. Maybe I'll make a shorts video or something for it, because it is pretty simple to do. Yeah, that's super fun, and it's a super versatile pattern that you can make, and you can make a gathered skirt with different tiers, and each tier can be a little more gathered than the previous one, but also super light and airy for the summer. So another perfect little DIY for you to do. My next one is a linen PJ set, and I've been really into PJ sets because they just make you feel good when you're going to bed. Like, I don't know, just a cute little matching set. This is a little more advanced, but making shorts and a tank top are actually quite easy. Tons of free patterns as well as patterns here on YouTube. Another DIY that I've seen all over like Pinterest and TikTok has been a little bow, like linen or cotton tote purse with little bows on the back and the front. It's just so cute, and you can wear it to like the farmer's market or something, and it's also like a super easy project to do. Okay, and last but not least, we are channeling the queen of the quilted dress, Sydney Graham. This dress I think blew up last year or the year before on TikTok, and it is just so cute. It looks daunting, but it really isn't. She has a full tutorial on her page, which I will link below. But making this in a maxi or like above the knee dress, not like a mini dress, but above the knee, or even making a tank top or a skirt like this. It's just so cute, and I've been wanting to make one of these dresses since I saw hers on TikTok. So it might be on my to-do for this summer. I'm not sure yet. I think it would be really cute and a great transition piece to the fall because I feel as though fall is very quilty-esque, if that makes sense, you know? Yeah, giving fall vibes towards the end of the summer, 100%. You can just like imagine yourself walking through the farmer's market with your little handmade tote in your quilted dress, and it's just such a fun experience imagining that and imagining it and then creating it and carrying out that image that you had of it in your head. And sometimes it doesn't come out as you originally intended, but you still went through all that work and it still came out amazing, I promise you. Next we have crochet. And honestly, crochet is the ideal portable project. You can take it anywhere. You can bring it to the beach, you can bring it to your backyard in your hammock, you can bring it to a cafe to just chill and have your afternoon coffee at. So what I have for crochet are, and these are not in any particular order like the sewing, but we have bandanas or headbands just to keep your hair to your face on those sweaty days. We have fruit and veggie bags to have all of your little goodies in or just to use as your tote because it's just adorable. AirPod or headphone covers. These are so cute. I have some silicone covers for my AirPod Maxes, but these are so cute. Like I need to make some for each season, especially the bows. Literally me. Another one I have is this mesh beach tote with little crochet charms. Like how adorable is that? Going to the beach for the day with your little bag and then going out to dinner with it after. Chef's kiss. But yeah, crocheting is just such a unique design hobby. And honestly, you're bound to get a few compliments because I always do. Whenever I'm wearing something that I made or crocheted especially, I get compliments. It feels so good when people recognize your work. Next, we have clay, and it's air dry clay, not kiln fired clay, because that does take a lot more time and effort and money as well. I have some super fun ideas for this. First, we have making a tic-tac-toe board like these that are super popular on TikTok, and you can literally come up with any idea that you can, like ice cream with the little cones and sprinkles. Also, magnets have been super popular on TikTok and Pinterest, which I need to make some myself because I really don't have any. E-reader or phone charms are super adorable. They are really tiny sometimes, so they can be a little more difficult. Hair charms that like dangle on a little bobby pin. I kind of came up with this one myself. I haven't seen anyone do it, but how cute would that be? Putting your hair up in a bun and then having these little like dangly charms coming out of it. So cute. Something I've been loving is the mini altar or curio cabinet. I have so many miniatures that this is like perfect. You can use it for like little crystals or just like little flowers that you find outside. Super fun and cute. And lastly, candle holders, because we are taper candle girlies. And when you paint your little taper candles, you want a cute little display for them. So my next section is titled Out and About, because you could do these things solo or with friends, but they're more of an experience than an actual craft that you would be doing at home. So my first one is to plan a beach or lake picnic. Get all your supplies ready, get a little picnic basket, a fruit salad, have your sandwiches or like your main meal, some cute little drinks. Trust me, it'll be a fun day. Bring your book. Next is to try a local coffee shop and track your ratings. Like have a little rating card, and then for each one that you go to, rate what you liked about it, what maybe you didn't like about it, the food that you tried, maybe a little picture to go with it. It would be a cute little journal activity. Another thing that is something that I like to do is to visit a reenactment or working farm. This is not for everyone, but I just love anything historical related. But the one near me typically has events or workshops. They have basket weaving workshops. They have knife forging or like making workshops. They have wood carving workshops. And those are all really fun. So if you have something like that near you, definitely check it out because you can find really cool projects to do there. The last one that I have for this one is to visit a local historical museum home. Here in New England, there are so many historical museum homes or homes that have been turned into museums. I grew up near some. There are some half an hour to like 5 minutes down the street from me. Like they're all over the place, and definitely check them out in your area because they're just a hidden gem, and sometimes the gift shop are really good. Next, we have gaming, and summer for me is not just for outdoor adventures like our previous section. They are for the cozy days at home when it's thundering and raining outside and you just want to chill inside. Even though it's summer, you can still have some fun even if you're stuck inside. My first one is Animal Crossing, and I didn't want to specify between the newest version or any of the older ones because the older ones obviously have nostalgia for me because I've played almost all of them, but my top two are New Horizons or New Leaf. I would suggest playing New Leaf this summer, but you guys choose depending on what you have, what gaming equipment you have. My next one is Hello Kitty Island Adventure, which I've only played on mobile, but I didn't want to keep paying $7 a month, so I'm going to get on my Switch. Next I have Coral Island, which I played beta for, and then when it was released, all of my data was removed, so I need to start playing it again, but it was really fun, and you can go diving and clean up underwater, and it's just really fun. Another one I have is Unpacking. There's no dialogue in this, but trust me, if you have not played this game, I tell everyone to play this game. It is such, I feel like, a story that a lot of women go through. Not everyone, obviously, but definitely play that. If you have possibly been thinking about playing it, play it this summer. It's very good. And my last one is A Little to the Left, which I personally have not played, but I hear is amazing. It's a chill puzzle game and just looks really aesthetically pleasing and fun to play. Okay, so my last section is books because, you know, if you're here, I'm sure you probably also enjoy to read like I do. They're mostly summer inspired books. So the first one I have is the Summer I Turned Pretty series, which I read the first book last year, and then I started to watch the series, and I think I watched half of the first episode, so I need to get back into it. My next one is One Italian Summer, which I saw someone dipping their book in a fountain in Italy on TikTok, which is something that happens in this book, so that made me put that on this list because I really need to read that book now. My third one here is the series Love and Gelato. And I believe I have the first book, Love and Gelato, and then there are like 3 more, I believe. I feel like they have this series all the time in the summer at Barnes & Noble on their display table, so it'll be super easy to find. Next, I have the Little Paris Bookshop, which I did read. It's actually about a person that owns a bookshop on a boat, and they travel along the Seine, giving books. The perfect book for that person is given out to each person, so it was a really good book. I read it a while ago, so I don't remember 100%, but I remember it was good. And my last book is actually a nostalgia read. I just like to read books from when I was younger just to get a taste of that nostalgia again, and it took me forever to find the series, but it's called The Callahan Cousins, and it's about, I think, 4 cousins that go to their grandmother's house on an island that's inspired by Block Island. And it's just about them, what they do throughout the summer. And I remember it was really descriptive, and I wanted to be those girls. I wanted to live that summer of theirs. It is like a tween book, so be warned, it's not like the best, but it's a fun little summer nostalgia. Maybe it'll bring nostalgia to your summer. Okay, and those are all of my projects and recommendations for your summer this year. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Before you leave, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and if you enjoyed the video, to give it a like or thumbs up. And I have a journal prompt for you guys in the description below if you want to leave that as a comment on the video, and then we can go back and forth like little comment buddies or like pen pals, I like to say. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!